So today we're going to do a walk around inspection, show you lights, startup, and a test drive of this beautiful 1969 Chevelle 396 Super Sport. Now this car comes to us a very original car. It has been repainted back to this factory color. It's a triple green car, green vinyl roof, green interior. This car is highly documented. So your collector grade and investment grade cars, you always want to have that documentation. And some of these old muscle cars, these super sports, big block cars, some of them are hard to tell and hard to document. This one is easy. It comes to us with the original window sticker, and original build sheet. We've got protective plate. So, I mean, just the window sticker is enough to tell you what the car, how the car was born. Build sheet kind of backs that up. You got both those documents. So, and the car is a numbers matching car as well. The 396, that big block that this car was born with, is still in this car. The transmission that this car was born with is still in this car. So let's go around this car and we'll do some inspections. It is a very original car, so it does show some age and some wear, but you'll see just how well maintained this car is due to the fact that it has not been restored. The engine bay is not detailed. It's very original, but you'll see that it's very well maintained. The car has an original 66,000 miles, so it's a very low miles for the 69 model. But let's go ahead and start. We'll start with this fender. So all of the emblems in the chrome is in actually very good, I'm gonna say good to very good condition. You know, this emblem here is in kind of in between the good to very good. It does have a little bit of aging to it, but not bad, very presentable. The paint throughout shines very nicely. It does have a few, and yeah, you can see Tyler's reflection there. It's very little orange peel, but there is a small chip here in the paint. Got the factory style SS wheels. So, and I'm not going to go over all the chrome and stuff. I'll show you some of the more aging, or if it has a dent or something in it. Across the hood and the front of the car, there is underneath the Chevelle emblem. There's a small chip in the paint there. There's a small chip in the hood here. The front bumper, for the age, is in very good condition, showing just very little aging. No chrome loss to note, and actually very straight, not showing any dents. The grille is in very good condition. There's a small ding there. Emblem's in good shape. Headlight baskets are in very good shape.
And correct T3 headlights.
Yeah. Are they all three T3?
Three of them are. This one is the only one that's
Okay,
not.
so we got 3 out of the 4 still the correct T3 bulbs. This side of the hood, very good condition. There's a little bit of age to the vents. You see some aging lines. They're not that pitted. They could be restored. This fender, very good condition. Not seeing any defects really to note. This side of the windshield, in excellent condition, free of chips and cracks. Passenger side door, very good condition. There are a few little stone chips Ty was pointing out. There's like actually 4 of them right there.
Kind of hard to see. The reflection's too good.
Yeah. There's one here. Yeah. And the door handles, both door handles have a little bit of aging to them. Now these doors open and close like they should. I mean, very well. No sag. The bottoms of the doors are extremely clean. come into the factory interior. The door panels are both in excellent condition. The dash, no cracks, it's in excellent condition. For the age of the interior, it's in excellent condition. No tears in the seats, factory seat belts. The carpet does show a little bit of age here and there, but it's not, the fading is probably only, I'd say maybe 10%. I bet there's probably still close to 90% of the color left in the carpet. The headliner's in excellent condition.
Dome light works.
Dome light works. Just about, I think everything works. It did come from the factory with the sport steering wheel. The vinyl roof is in excellent condition, and I've been through the roof and I cannot find any bubbling, no signs of any soft spots, any rust. The vinyl itself is in very good condition. This rear quarter, and those trouble areas down here in the body seam, this is very clean, crisp. There are some very light stone chips here, and towards the back of the car there are some like aging pimples. They're not bubbles, and it is a single, it appears to be a single stage paint, so some of that actually could probably be wet sanded out. This quarter, it's got a few more of those little age, I call them pimples. There's one dimple right here. Looks like something inside the trunk hit the quarter and came out a little bit. This quarter has been replaced. It's not the stock quarter, but they did an excellent job. The gaps are right.
The car's super straight.
Yeah. So the rear bumper, it does show quite a bit of age. It still shines nicely, but it does have quite a bit of age to it. No dents, no twisting though, so it could be re-chromed. Both rear taillight bezels have got some age and some pitting. The deck lid, it's got a couple minor chips in it. There's probably about a half dozen throughout the rear antenna, which was an option for the AM radio, which this car came from the factory with an AM radio, with the AM radio antenna to be mounted on the rear. The rear deck lid, the seams are all very nice and clean. There's must evidently some moisture gotten underneath the rear mat, but there's no holes, no rust issues. It's just some light surface rust there. The whole trunk floor is very solid. So you got spare, original jack, come around the passenger or the driver's side. Nice and straight. There's some light aging pimples there. And they're very light. I mean, out here in the sunlight, you got to really look for them to find them.
The car is dead and said already.
good.
The car shines excellent.
Yeah, it's definitely been well maintained, and it's in excellent shape. The driver's door does have a small chip here, some aging pimples there. Does have a touched up spot here. driver's doors, just like the passenger door. The bottom seam is in excellent condition. There's a small tear there in the door panel. There's a little bit of aging, maybe some fading on some of the plastic, but very minor for the age and for this special of a big block Chevelle. You'll see the car is highly unmolested. Factory AC, factory AM radio. So under the hood, you find the numbers matching the original big block 396, 3¼ horse that powers this beautiful 69 Chevelle. You'll see the factory AC, and the factory AC works. Factory power steering, power brakes, and front disc brakes. We'll start it up, and then we'll show you the lights working as well. And yeah, you can see Tyler's showing you factory style hoses used to replace the original hoses, the factory style tower clamps on the hoses. Now we'll grab the other camera, we'll go for a test drive in this beautiful Chevelle Super Sport. Okay. So now we're going to go to test drive that beautiful 69 Chevelle 396 Super Sport. The car always starts right up for us. I'm going to turn that factory air on. Absolutely. It's a little warm today. But this car starts and runs just beautifully. When we first got the car, I told Tyler, you got to drive this car. If you want to know how a 69 Chevelle 396 is supposed to start, run, and drive that car, and you'll know from here on out how these cars are supposed to be.
Absolutely. And the car does run and drive that nice. I mean, this is the only 396 SS I've ever driven, but I can't imagine one driving better than this car. It runs, it drives, it handles, it is smooth. I mean, there's something about these just unrestored cars, these motors that are nice and original and unmolested. They run right.
Yeah. And these suspensions, you know, when they're just maintained, the car's just barely and lovingly driven, they drive right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they can be really easy cars to drive. Like this car with the factory power front disc brakes, power steering. You know, the car is very easy to drive. You can drive this car just about anywhere.
steering. I mean, that great classic power steering.
Yeah, we're 60 miles per hour. There's a little bit of wind noise because the car is unrestored, so
Yeah.
it's not perfect. It does have a little age here and there, but everything is there.
Absolutely.
I mean, the car, and when it has been maintained, you can tell, like under the hood, right hose clamps, right hoses. You know, it's just
Yeah, everything was by the part. It was part number out of the manual, and
Yeah.
right in it goes. Not cheap auto parts from like Advance or Auto. I mean, it's the right stuff. This car presents correct.
yeah,
And the green on this car, the paint is gorgeous. It shines excellent. It shows as an older repaint. You can tell it's an older single stage repaint. It still shines excellent. Just has a few little defects here and there. But the stripes are in excellent condition. The chrome's in good to very good condition. The interior for the age is in excellent condition.
yeah. It's
The seats still have plenty of padding left. The vinyl's in excellent condition. No rips or tears or anything like that.
and all the original chrome and stainless is in very good condition. I mean, there is some age pitting here and light here and there, but it's in very good condition. Dent free for the most part on the trim, and you know, and this car just runs.
And the body's extremely straight on this car.
So she kicked down, well, not quite 0 to 60, but so when it kicked down into passing gear, it actually broke the tires.
Yeah,
So, I mean, this car is tight.
it is.
I mean, that's incredible. It's a stock 325 horse, 396, numbers matching motor, but it's stock. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh, it's
stock
all factory
exhaust.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing. No aftermarket intakes. No aftermarket carbs. It's stock header. Stock manifold.
55 down the highway. I mean, this car.
And it sounds great. It's got just enough of that. I mean, it has that big block rumble. It's an unmolested car. It runs and drives. If you want to know what it's like to drive a 1969 Chevelle big block super sport from back in the day, I mean, this is it.
Yeah. I get excited about this car every time I drive it. It's just a phenomenal example.
Absolutely.
And I like original cars. I don't mind a little bit of age in patina. This car only has just a small amount, but for the age and originality of the car. So these original cars just get me fired up. And when they're maintained like this,
Absolutely.
you know, you just gotta respect the person that owned this car prior and the car for holding up as well as it has. It is really
You can tell it's just lovingly driven, lovingly maintained. This is the type of car that someone only got out on the weekends. It's new.
Yeah.
I mean, they treated it like the beauty that she is.
I mean, even the door buzzer still works. You leave the keys in it, you open the door buzzer still works. It's kind of fake, but it still works. I mean, it's more. The only thing that I know of it does not work currently is the clock and the AM radio. You know, if you're in the market for a collector grade, unrestored '69 Chevelle, super sport, big block car, and there's no question that this car came the way it is set up with the window sticker, the build sheet.
Absolutely.
And these cars aren't real easy to prove, super sports and big blocks, and how they were equipped without that original documentation that's there.
And the numbers, you can read it on the block. They're clear, they're nice. I mean, it's numbers matching. I mean, yeah, like Dad said, this is the real deal. No questions asked.
Yeah.
And it'll look great at a car show or a cruise in, and driving to and from is going to be just as much of a treat as it is everyone talking to your car and seeing just how well maintained this original car is.
Once you drive it, I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredible. That you'll go, I didn't know these cars could drive this nice.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Definitely not a rough ride.
No. Great car.
Absolutely. Definitely a rock solid example of a '69 Chevelle 396 SS.